Hey there, welcome to Thesis in 3 weeks, day number 3. And so if you're here with me again, good for you. Keep going. I'm here as a roadmap with you every step of the way. So first thing you're going to do today is you're going to review your notes. Open up your notes file, clean up anything that needs to be cleaned up, highlight anything you want to come back and look at. And the most important thing to do is to re-examine the categories that you're adding for where you're going to use your references. So in my thesis on the best recipe for a whole chicken, my literature review section would explore any of the best recipes for any type of chicken. Maybe anytime anybody had something, they said this is the best recipe, or these are the best recipes in that type of article, I want to look at that in my lit review because I just don't want to repeat research that's already been done. My data articles would be recipes themselves that were tested and explore different ways to cook the best chicken. So someone else has done the experiments and maybe I want to use that for my data. So I want to make sure that I'm separating out articles for where I'm going to use them, because there's going to be a little hack when you get to using, actually writing and inserting references in your paper itself. We'll get to that a little bit later. So make sure that every resource you have is entered into your citation manager, and you want to queue up more references as you're taking notes. But today you're going to take notes on 6 to 8 more references, and if you're following the math, you started out with 12 to 15 and you've done 8 on day 1 and 8 on day 2 and 8 on day 3. You have notes on a lot of resources. Oftentimes, or in some fields, I guess, people are told, oh, your thesis, at a thesis level, you should have 40 to 50 references. That includes every reference for your paper. For a dissertation, it's more like hundreds of, 100 references or so, depending on your field. So make sure that you're taking notes on the resources that you have, figuring out where you're going to use them. And then you're going to move on to thinking about your methods. Do you need more material? And if you need more material, you want to make sure that you search for more material, and you're going to do that today. But the other thing is, if you're doing a scientific paper, or you have to account for where you got your material, you want to document your method, your search strategy, your terms, where you looked, how you looked, and you want to draft your method section. This is the easiest part of your paper to write. So if you have to write a method section, knock off the easy stuff first. So in your method section, you want to list your databases, your terms, inclusion, exclusion criteria. So I'm looking at recipes for a whole chicken. I'm not looking at recipes for a duck or a turkey or anything like that. How many articles you found, how many you eliminated, the total included. And I do have videos on how to do that with EndNote. It's probably the easiest app to use to do that. But you want to make sure that you draft your methods and you do it while it's fresh in your mind. And so the next thing you need to do is draft a search summary chart. So if you have a method section and you have to make some sort of graphic, give yourself a little art break at the end of the day, if as a reward. If you like it, it's kind of fun to really map out where you searched, how you searched, and the funnel that gets down to the data articles themselves. But you want to remember that when you're choosing the articles that will be your data, that's what you're describing in your search summary chart. It's not every reference that you found. So you want to finish with your method section for the day, go back, clean everything up, and then make sure from here forward, and I'll try and remind you, but every day you're going to save whatever document you have for your paper, you're going to save your notes, and you're going to back up each of those someplace else other than your laptop or computer. So put them in the cloud, put them on Google Drive, put them someplace. Make sure that you save a backup, because you've done a lot of work already. You don't want to lose anything. All right, so good luck today, and we'll see you tomorrow.